Hi guys, VA John here with another video update. Well guys, here they are, the Radions. These are the LEDs I chose to go with for my tank. Uh, the road to getting these LEDs weren't, it was a long road. I actually, when I started researching, about what lights were going to go over my tank, I was thinking of going with metal halides. And I had a talk with a guy at my local fish store, and he told me, that metal halides were good lights. Of course, he has them over one of his tanks, and he told me that it's gonna cost me a lot to run them, and how much it cost them, and the heat issues, bulb replacements, all the negatives that metal halides have. Of course, he told me the positives is the coral growth you're gonna get out of them. And so I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna go that way. So I was looking at T5s, and he said, "Oh yeah, I got a tank with T5s." He showed me the T5s, and I liked how they look. And he told me, they're not gonna draw as much power, but again, you have the bulb replacement on the T5s, and not as much heat, Uh, and I was thinking, okay, maybe T5 is what I'm going with. That was even before. I mean, I started researching the lighting before even the Radions were out. I mean, but then he mentioned, there's a third option, and I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, LEDs. And I'm like, LEDs? And he's like, yeah, that's what everybody's switching to now. And he showed me a tank he had with LEDs. I forgot what type of LEDs they were, but they weren't the best. And he said, they're alright. And I'm like, well, which brand do you recommend? And he's like, well, there's so many out there. And I'm like, alright, I'll just research it. And I started researching LEDs, and I kind of stumbled into the AI souls. And for a while I was thinking, okay, this are the ones I'm going to get. But then I started reading that you have to be very careful with those LEDs because they can, bleach out your corals. They're very powerful LEDs, and so I'm like, yeah, I think I'm getting this ones anyways. And then the Radiance came out, and I was like, well, this looks even cooler. It has the wireless functionality. It connects with my pump, which you can see on the right there, the MP40, and if I want to get into feed mode, I can just hit the multi-touch buttons on the top, and it goes into feed mode. The pump and everything. So I'm like, that's cool. And then of course it had the full RBG colors, and it wasn't just blue like the AI salts, which are really cool fixtures. But I decided to save a little extra. It was going to cost almost the same for what I needed for my tank, so at the end of the day, I decided with to go with the Radiance, and they are awesome so far, but I haven't put them to the test when it comes to coral growth. But I've seen a bunch of guys with SPS corals that are getting good growth out of this LEDs, and almost everyone in the hobby is jumping to these guys. So I actually had them for a while. I'm just now making a review because I have the hanging kit, which you can see there, and the rail kit, which just came out, and that's what I was waiting for. Well guys, if you get this, right now it's on demo mode, but if you get this LEDs, as you can see, you get on the right side there is a little cleaning cloth, because this has like a glossy type of finish, and you can clean it up with that. I got my own microfiber cloths anyways, but that's cool. In the middle there, you can see 4 little type of screws. And those little screws is for like if you want to do a do-it-yourself hanging kit. You can just buy the wires or whatever, and it'll work right out of the box like that. Little free subscription to Coral Magazine for 3 issues, I believe. And over here on the left side, that black wire, that's a mini USB to USB cable to program the fixture, and the quick start menu, and that white thing in the back there on the left side, that's the power supply. It's pretty big, almost as big as the fixture. Over there behind the LED, you can see, let me get down here, see if I can, you can see that's the premium hanging kit. I just got that today. Right here is the rail kit, and let me tell you guys, the short rail kit has, I believe it's 10 inches. They're going to be like 10 inches apart from the center, and it should be pretty much perfect for my tank. Most of the DIY rails that people made have like a 10-inch gap in the middle, so that's where the short rail is supposed to be. That's where the gap on the short rail is supposed to be. And they're pretty heavy. I mean, I was amazed when I got them. They feel high quality. You know, I'm glad I waited because they feel very high quality. They have a very nice black finish to them. They feel like steel. I mean, they look strong, and I'm hoping they are. The fixture is pretty cool. It has like multi-touch functionality. It has 3 little buttons that are multi-touch. You know, you can go, for example, for the demo mode, you swipe from right to left and then hit right again, and you'll go into demo mode. You know, you can go into thunderstorm, regular modes. Let's see if I can get the quick menu so I can show you. Anyway, there. Those are the 3 little buttons, and you can do all kinds of different gestures to it, and it goes into different modes. It's a very bright unit. I mean, I didn't know that. I mean, I can open a nightclub with this bad boys. I mean, I was thinking of just quitting this hobby and becoming a DJ, because these things are just so colorful and bright. So I'm planning on just opening a nightclub. The color spectrum on these lights, they go anywhere from 5K to 20K. So you can start from sunrise to sunset. See, this is it right there. So I mean, there's a lot of different shades of color. I'm gonna try to get mine to be a little to the UV type of color, like purplish a little bit. I'm gonna have to customize the color and figure it out. But I'll play around with it. You can use this on if you have like a even freshwater tank, you can put this over it and get around 8,000 K or 6,000 or something. Go yellower color and they'll be fine. You can go if you like super deep blues, you can go up to 20. It's up to you. I mean, there's a million options. You can do whatever you want with these LEDs. There's 2 modes that you can program these LEDs to. There's the artificial mode, and then there's the natural mode. The natural mode, as you can see, it goes from the morning to sunrise and sunset. It's automatically set by Ecotech, I think. They just program it. You can't really change anything. It just kind of follows the sun and everything like it normally would. Daytime starts around 6 in the morning, and then nighttime starts around 6 at night. Then the artificial mode, that you can fully customize. You can have it start at whatever time you want. Mine, for example, is going to start at I work all day and I'm home at night, so my daytime is going to start at night, and then my night is going to be day, so it's going to be kind of reverse on my tank. So I'm going to work up a schedule to get slowly going to ramp up to day and then to night, but daytime is going to be at night, if that makes any sense. You know, the menu is pretty cool. It has a lot of, it explains a lot of stuff. You know, it's just, I mean, I can't wait to put this bad boys over my tank. Uh, if you want to know how many LEDs it has in there, it has cold whites. It has 8, or cool white. Royal blues, it has 10. Blues, it has 8. Green, it has 4 LEDs. And hyper red, it has 4. And they range from 40 watts to 10, which, you know, the cool whites are 40 watts, royal blues are 30. The blue ones are 24, greens are 14, and reds are 10. So, you know, a lot of guys are growing SPS with them, you know, and I hope, you know, that my tank eventually, you know, I'm going to start with easy corals, you know, the soft ones, and then eventually move up to SPS. It's probably going to be, I want it to be more SPS dominant, but I know I have to learn more, so I'm going to start with the easy ones and, you know, work my way up. I still have a long way to go on this tank, you know. These are probably the most expensive things I have on the tank. I mean, you're looking at around $2,100, $2,200 just right there, you know. And just that's including the MP40 that's on the right there. Now the MP40 is an amazing pump. I do not regret. Let me stop shaking here. I do not regret buying this pump. I freaking can't wait till I have the money to buy another one, really, because it's just an amazing pump. I mean, this one MP40, pretty much, I think it's all I really need for the tank, but I want two because I think two will make a better sink. You know, it won't be just drawing from one side of the tank. It will be from both sides, and I think it'll be much better. Now, if you want a good review on this Vortec pump, I will go check out Jay Madden's video on his MP10s, which is basically a smaller version of this. But this brings the same stuff, you know. Everything he mentions on his video, it comes with this. One thing he forgot to mention, though, is that you can program this. Maybe he did mention it. I don't think he did, but you can program the pump to go into night mode. Like if you don't have the LEDs, because once I have the LEDs programmed, I can you know, once the LEDs go into night mode, the pump will go into night mode as well. So I don't have to really worry about programming the pump anymore. Just program the light, and the light will take care of the pumps. But if you don't have the lights, you have to, for example, if you want the night mode to be at, I don't know, start at 7 p.m. You wait till 7 p.m. and then you hit mode and set. You hold those buttons for 8 seconds, and then it's going to start flashing like red, white, and blue, I think it is. And then you hold those same buttons again for about 5 seconds, and it should start blinking white, and that is going to, you know, tell you that it's set for night mode. And then every day you repeat it at 7 p.m. You repeat night mode automatically. Unless you disconnect it, then it kind of resets and you have to do that again. And of course, feed mode. I don't know if you mentioned that, but you have to hold down, I believe it's mode, for 4 or 5 seconds, and you'll kick into feeding mode. You'll slow the pump down. But everything else is in his video. I won't waste your time with this because, I mean, he did a good job explaining everything about this pump, or his pump, but it's basically the same thing. I mean, they're just bigger versions of the small one. So I will definitely check out that video. But I definitely don't regret buying this pump. I mean, it's pricey, but it's an awesome pump. When people look at my tank, they come to my house, they're like, "Oh my, did you drill holes on the side of your tank?" And I always laugh because I'm like, yeah, I did. And then I just tell them, no, it's just magnets holding it. And they believe it. They think I drill holes and did a professional job or something. But I'm not that good. Well, guys, this has been my update for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, see you all later.